Now you know you say man. We'll start in a little bit. Now you know you say man. Now you know you say man. Now you know you say man. Oh no 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 no! I don't want that son. Sorry, I don't know how to get out. That's the reason why I don't want to do it. Oh. I don't want to do this. Can you please drop me off? How do you get out of this? Thank you. I don't want to be happy. Happy, 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 happy. I just want to be happy. Yeah, 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 yeah. Happy, happy. I just want to be happy. Ooh, happy, happy. Happy, happy. Happy, oh, happy, oh, happy, oh, happy, oh, oh, happy, oh. I just wanna be happy. Oh, happy, oh, happy, oh, happy, oh. We'll start in a little bit, all right? We'll start in 7 minutes. Happy, oh, happy, oh, happy, oh, happy, oh. I just wanna be happy. Mm, happy. Ew, ew, ew. Oh, no. Mm. Apple. Apple. But how did I ever meet? Run around and I ever meet. Juju that was what I meant. In that more, listen. Then I ever meet. Let it I ever meet. Let that more rock. Oh. N'enamora, pole, pole, hare, dai, mio, dai, mio, ah, ooh, run around it, dai, mio, ah, pole, pole, hare, dai, mio, ah, pole, pole, hare, dai, mio, and try to turn around. Hey. Hey, I'm sorry. Liberian music is the funniest thing to me. Secrets. What it lie? What it lie? What it lie? Oh man, it's funny. Hmm. Why? Wow, bullet. What it? Ah, ah. Mm. Bring me down, I am young. All around, they try to take me all around, all around. Ooh, yeah, 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 yeah. Double coming. We'll soon start. We'll start in 4 minutes. Mm, mm. Whether there's something or we better. What's that, Reese? We about to start a little bit, alright? Alright, alright, alright. Yeah. Mm, say, open up. No way. Oh, no way. I will say what's up. Oh, turning me no way. I said it's fine. I said it's fine. Oh, I said it's fine. Don't dream me. I'm selling the grill. We're starting 2 minutes. Wow. Wow. Mm-hmm. 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 Oh, open up. Never leave me now. Sabotage. Just say leave me now. Leave me now. What's sabotage? Yeah. Sarah, let me know. Mm. I said it's fine. I said it's fine. Oh, 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 oh. Yeah. Y'all ready? We about to start. Mm. Said it's fine. Said it's fine. Mm. 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 Open up. One more minute. Oh. What's that? What? Jonathan, never leave me down. Open up, never leave me down. I will say what's up. I satisfy. Oh, I satisfy. I satisfy. No one letting me out. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, my brother is in Nigeria. Watch out, Reese. That is my G right there. Ah, I see you. I see you. I see you, eh? You don't be doing small things. But we're about to start. There's small little thing that going on in Liberia right now. I want to talk about. You feel me? Because that's an ongoing thing. Even I am a victim for it. You feel me? I am a victor as a victim, not a victor. I am a victim for this, right? So I want us to discuss this. I want us to have a open dialogue where we can pick each other brain, and come to an understanding, right? Right? Because um, Jesus Christ, I'm telling you, oh, I can't do two things at the same time anymore. But anyway, there's something that I have been victim of as well, and I really want us to talk about this and discuss this amongst us Liberian. My Liberian sister joined. Thank you, sis. Um, I just want us to, you know, like talk about it so that we could, hopefully come to some type of way that we could manage this, because it seems like wherever you go, you follow the best step that you can, you still seems to fall victim. So I want to know, right? I want to know why the land dispute in Liberia is so huge. It's such a problem that no matter, even if you take the right route, right? How can you confirm that buying land in Liberia is, oh, you're not fine? Because, man, all right, somebody always trying to scare somebody. And in order for you to really get to the nitty gritty, you have to spend more money. You follow? You got to pay this person money when you go here so you could get deep down into it and go to the root and find the mother deed. Then you got, why it has to be all of that? The corruption in our country is so intense. Right now in Liberia, there is a dispute going on in red light. In the Pinsville area, it escalated. It turned into violence this morning. The land thing, right, is getting crazy in Liberia. What are we doing? You see, we the people, right? We're not bringing nothing to have. We don't want. We're still looking for paper, and paper can get lost. You follow? Paper can get lost. Paper can get wet. Paper can form up, especially during the Civil War. A lot of things have been misplaced. So because of that, right, a lot of things need to be found again. Honest. We lost a lot of things. We have lose a lot of paperwork, a lot of documents. Like really, we have. How do we get those documents back, or how can we like prevent it from happening? That's the question I'm trying to figure out for everyone. Y'all tell me, please. I want to know. In order for us Liberians to keep our information and maintain it and keep it right, and we still keeping it on paperwork, we have not migrated to the computer yet. We have not migrated. Yo, I am so dead. LIB, you Davey, I love you. Oh, I still love you. But look at what is going on right now in red light. Look at the dispute that took place this morning that turned into violence, all because of land business. Land business. So when are we gonna nip this in the bud? And when do we try to track everything? Because there's so many land. And now, look, in Liberia, we don't even have street name, let alone to find out the mother D safely without, you know, hoping, trying to cover your behind just in case somebody else came and say, oh, this is my land. Yo, I bought a land in Liberia myself. I bought a land in Liberia. And now the lady, why, the lady went behind me and sold the land to somebody else. Not only that she sold it to somebody else, the person started building, and another person said that they sold the land. We did all the due diligence, right? Now, the best part about it, the lady decided to kick the bucket. Now, the lady kicked the bucket. We have an issue. We have an issue. So we have a topic that we could talk about today about this land dispute. Okay, what is triggering the violent land dispute that lead to burning of a store? Wow, it just impedes your red light. Look at that. What is triggering the violent land dispute that led to burning of stores in red light? Oh, what are the underlying issues behind the land dispute that causing erupt in Liberia right now? My Liberian people, I'm trying to tell you guys, we have so much issues going on. But guess what? We want to be. Yo, I'm sorry, man. It's just hard not to laugh at Liberian situations sometimes because getting mad is just too much work, bro. Getting mad is so like at work. It's work. It's like I don't understand. What's triggering this violent land dispute that is having people burning, video? What's going on? Hello? No. What did they happen now? I don't know how to cancel this. I don't know, my sister. How you doing, my sister? How are you doing? Because I'm not sure what's going on here. But we're going to
How you in a battle with me? You want to battle me? You got down 100 something people on your viewers, and I ain't got no three on mine. You know what I'm saying? That's why I be doing battles. But sometimes when I be feeling like how I'm feeling now,
my sister.
I be doing all the shit for. I met a cool ass dude on there that
My
named Jay.
sister.
We battled like 3 times, and after that we got all we was just on live a long ass time on TikTok. People was sending gifts and everything. We was taking shots. His brother died, so he was taking shots and him. See, I was taking shots the whole thing. That shit was great.
My sister, how are
You
you
just
doing?
gotta make sure you know what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? Because you still don't lie. You gotta watch what you're saying. But other than that, I was good. That shit was great.
Excuse me, sis.
But
All right. Well, I'm not sure.
going live,
Hang on.
that shit ain't really
Hello?
seen now. But them little gifts for one, that's it.
Come on. All right.
Like the
All right. You know
little,
what? I don't
I
have to
might
be in
just
your
send them,
space,
when
okay?
they start sending
No,
one
I
like
don't know how
10
this
and
happened, but you
20,
can
she
hang
got
up.
$100.
Man, how do you?
I
Can
done
somebody
somebody send
show
me
me how to do this shit?
that was $1.50.
Because I'm not
I
sure.
was like, what the
I
fuck?
don't
But
know
this
why I didn't hear this nonsense right now. And how did I end up here? Mama, you could drop. It's not forced, though. I'm not holding you hostage. You could simply drop. It's just that I don't know how to drop you. You feel me? Simply drop. It's better for both of us. None of that nonsense that you talking about, goofy. Like, bro, just drop off. It's okay. I don't know how I got caught up in it. I don't know why I keep getting deceived to get into this stuff in the first time. These people trying to join my life. Oh man. This is the second time this happened. Yesterday it happened, today it's happening. I don't want to be in a battle with nobody.
yeah.
I don't want to be in a but I don't and you could just tutor me and I could take myself off. Tutor
I
me.
think that's great though.
Oh
You
man.
can tell I ain't been doing it that long, but I've been doing it a little bit. I done pressed it. I done pressed it. I pressed it. I don't know what it's doing.
I
Hold
don't
on.
I denying it. I'm denying it. I don't want to be a part of
I pressed it like 5 times. I don't know what it's doing. Let me see.
it. Okay, it said decline and accept. I decline.
I don't know why it's declining.
I'm declining me. I'm declining. I don't want it.
Why?
because I don't want to be in a battle. Thank you. Yo, yo. Oh my lord. Oh, yo. I'm sorry. No, I don't know who that is either. I really don't. I really don't. I just think I don't do battle. I come here in the morning and have my show where I talk about things that's happening in my life, in my home. And me and my friends, and my brothers and sisters, we all come together and we talk about it. Then we come to solutions. I don't battle, you know. I've never done that, and I don't even know how I get into it. So, for those of you guys that are watching, y'all need to tutor me how to avoid these stuff because I keep getting fooled and getting into this stuff. But anywho, I got a good topic for you guys today that I want us to talk about. You dare me. This one fight, no be sport to you. So today, this morning, right, there was a huge fight that erupted in Liberia over land dispute, right? They are saying that this land thing is getting to a point violence got involved, to the point that they burned a store in Pinsville red light, right? So I want to know from you guys, what is triggering this violent land dispute that is causing people to go as far as burning a store? And what will cause a person to go as far to burn someone else's store, all because of land dispute? But Liberian people, look, the truth of the matter is we are not doing certain things. And because we're not doing certain things to hold each other accountable, therefore, when there is no law and order and accountability, anything, everybody feel like they are vigilante. You follow? Everybody, and in a place where there is a lot of social health, I mean, mental health, right? You cannot, you cannot point finger on how a person gonna react when they are angry or when they are pushed. You hear me? So this is what I'm trying to talk to us about. Look, this is getting crazy. It's getting crazy. Yo, y'all, if y'all can even, I wish you got to see this thing. What type of, look, I wish y'all could see this. These are the type of things that are going on in Liberia right now. Over land. And we want to do so much. Our president now is now on the Security Council. I mean, will be on the Security Council, right? Our president, right? Right now, he will sign a deal with France. Our president, speak better English now. Our president. But yet, our mama there, I don't know who that is, or my sister. The person came and tried to, I don't know what happened. I don't know if the person had me or not. But I don't know. But on the real note, I don't know why they had me. But truth of the matter is, our Liberian, us, we Liberians, right? That in the diaspora are the cause of these things that's happening. Look, we create the avenue for people, right, to basically scam us. We have not nipped it. We have not nipped it in the bud. We have not. Because, again, and this is why this investment group that we are trying to establish is essential. That's why I'm saying, look, the government has violence going on in Liberia. Then y'all know what's going on in Maserati County with the Senator Dialogue. You know what happened in in the county. Remain, what's going on with LEC. You know, price price remains steady, but it's not dropping. You know, rice availability and price are stable, but not dropping. Water supply, pipe bond water access has improved with low cost, like international image, international reputation, and diplomacy relation are stronger. Renewed engagement and recognition from the Security Council and ongoing rebuilding and new construction project. What are your thoughts? I get it. You see, all of that stuff that they said they got going on, they have an LEC power supply has become more reliable. They said in Liberia, I'm coming. I'm not getting off the topic. Trust me, I'm coming. Liberia say the government said Liberia peace and security in Maserati County has become remain stable and calm, and electricity supplies has become more stable and continue to expand nationwide. And then they also say rice availability and price is stable. But we have always y'all follow me and we're gonna get there. Then it's also said water supply, pipe burn, water access has improved with low costs. Then then it said international image. Liberia reputation and diplomacy relations are now stronger. What's up, my brother Chukupa? Then it said, um, the engagement and recognition with the United Nations Security Council, it is renewed. Then they also said ongoing rebuilding and new construction project is also with road and all of that is going. Yet, right? There is this morning there was a violence that erupted in Pinsville, red light, where it led to people burning the store. Right now, I am not blaming the government. The government is doing one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. That's just eight that it lists right now. The government got their hand full, but we, the people, we are not doing jack. That's my thing now. Because when George Weah came into office, y'all say, oh, George Weah was stealing, there was nothing, where's accountability? I am on the government side today. I, I, I have I have been in a position where I have defended the men strongly, like back and forth. Then I also been privy to accuse the men strongly, just as the women, both sides, accuse and support. And we have ridiculed the government, torn the government apart in so many ways. Now, today, the 1st of November, I am defending the government. And the government saying that, right? The government tell us they are building relationship with international uh, 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 nations to supply us. electricity because right now we're not equipped to maintain and manage our electricity, right? That right now prices are dropping because we are not able, right, to create anything that will rather feed ourselves or that will be contributing to feeding ourselves in our society, right? Or manufacturing anything in our society. So, because of that, the government is managing everything to drop the price. The rice, you name it, price are dropping. Water supplies, which we, the people, supposed to create. So but no, we have to go and buy it from other people. Therefore, now that we, the people, are coming to a little bit of life, it's becoming more and less more safe. They are putting pipelines down. The improvement is lower. Now the improvement has increased and the price is lower now. The international, y'all know now Liberia is on the international community. I mean, the UN, United Nations Council. They're gonna be serving for 2 years, right? Y'all know that. Y'all know that. And diplomat now Liberia in relationship with France now. We met with China. We met with America. We met with few other places. The building relationship, right? Right? That's what our government is doing right now. Then, the road that Ellen started and George Weah continued. Now, right now, our government is currently continuing it. Now, I am trying to find out why is it that we don't see that and be like, okay, I see, we can't acknowledge and nurture. That's the word I'm looking for. And nurture the good that is happening, but instead we seem to ridicule more than we will basically allow. We seem to ridicule more, literally ridicule more. Why is that, my brother Chukupa? You see that?
Look
Because
at the talent of the country.
James,
That
James.
like James is absolutely right. Look at the bidding that have been given to the library construction company. They look like hot. They have the zinc left, right, back, and front. Then they put two slabs up, and that's it.
let me tell you
So
something.
James is absolutely right. If I'm a businessman, I know damn well I want to invest my money. I'm not gonna. I haven't seen enough being built by a Liberian person to say, "Oh, let me trust a Liberian person with construction."
Because we don't do well in the very few that try their possible best. The moment they start, and one of the things is this thing with social media. You see, Liberian people start to do something, and they start putting camera in front of it, and after 3 years, it breaks down. And that's the big problem we have today.
Yo, share
I
the
listen to
live,
somebody,
please. Share the live.
I
Thank you.
listen to somebody, and they say, "I got my brand. I got my clothing brand." Or what's a clothing brand? They go, they buy people share, they bring this. Other company produce the shirt, and they bring the shirt and print their name on the shirt and say, "This is my clothing brand." That's typical. That's very typical for Liberia. Before I left Liberia, yeah, I used to work with CRS and they used to give their grants to people who wants to do single mother who wants to do business. They used to give up to 125,000 to them. Most of them receive between 50 to 35 to 50,000. And then you won't believe it, they gave them criteria on what to use the money for. You can use the money for this purpose. And I'll tell you this, when we did the MAE after, or what did you do with the business? Most of them say different things. Go to evaluate the business. They take the money, they put the money in Kinjo. There's 135,000. Some people 60,000. They put it in Kinjo business. They put it in core business. The business will take 4 5 months. It falls down. Yes, they argue 125,000. That's not something big to do. But even as Echo, as Access Bank that used to give loans to Liberians who wanted to do things, they take 50,000 loan from the bank. They take the first 4,000, buy a new phone, phone it. Then they're already in debt because financial discipline is not something that we used to. Normally, I think normally Africans that's our problem. But we don't invest in businesses. We don't. But the family comes together and they build businesses. That's why you see the Jewish business they have Seti brothers, Stone brothers, and these businesses rise in the family for generations. The father started with electronics store, the son comes out open food chain business. The other person comes in the family after the father. They keep the business and they keep doing different things. You can't give it to Liberian because Liberian don't have like. I'm not saying you can't give it to Liberian because you don't like Liberian, but the expertise in these things they don't have it. Take your architecture. If you have a serious design work for architecture, for example, give a contract to Liberian. Say, I want you to lay out a new city for me. They can't do it.
Man, I'm telling you, I'm in the team right now. I want be 2 story Oyster building like bro.
They can't do it. They'll give you.
Two
They'll give
story
you
Oyster
figures.
building like bro. I give it. My mom said, "Oh, the guy you pay my friend her is really good." I said, "Okay." I put him on the phone. I'm talking to him. I said, "Okay, so this is go. So the first store at the first floor, I wanted to be cashing. Man, I think it can happen. Just
For real. So yeah, I mean, like honestly, we could come here and always try to say Liberia this, Liberia that. But the truth of the matter is, everything fall on us. You said the government doing this. The government right now, right from early time. Let's be honest. From early time till now, the government have been doing a lot. But we, the people, right? We have not been doing nothing. All we've been doing is blaming this person and blaming that person.
or why the government, this person, you Joseph Kolba, this or that person that. But the truth of the matter is, we Liberian people, right, we can make a whole lot of noise. If we don't like the way things going, we could simply put money together and see what we could do about it, right?
But
Yeah, I think one of the guys was talking about, we had war in the past. Also, look at the country of Rwanda. Rwanda had a war, right? Yeah, genocides, and at the end of the day, they're looking good right now. They're looking pretty good
Right.
because the fact that the president, the government, they got good governance system, and the people are willing to listen. Like every Saturday, every in the month, they clean up the city and stuff like that. But Liberia, they got rules and regulation, but how many people follow these rules and regulation?
Because
Like,
everybody
I
want to be
mean,
boss. Everybody
yeah,
want to be
that's
boss.
the problem. But like for me, I left Liberia in the '90s. I haven't gone back, honestly. I've been in the U.S. for a very long time, but I got family, I got brothers and sisters over there. But again, I just opened a convenience store in Liberia. All right, and I know when they talk about business. I mean, you got to understand that that's what I respect the Fula, the Mandingo, because my stepmother, she's a Mandingo lady from Guinea. But those people, when they're doing something, they put everything into it. You know what I'm saying? But when we start to do something later, we feel that we are boss. And that's the difference. We have to work together. Even the shop that I open right now, and if you ask somebody, hey, can you be part of this and can you do that? Everybody like, oh, you know what? So you have to be able to start from somewhere. And everything don't come easy. The life that we live now, things you got to work hard. We look at the Nigerian with the Ghanaian, more especially in the US. You will see the Ghanaian Nigerian, they will be in one house, they can be five, six. They're saving money because why? They know where they came from and they know what they're trying to do back home. And if we can change those narrative and we are Liberian. I mean, like you said, if the government brings something and say, what, I want you to take the contract, will they be able to,
Yeah,
accomplish or to achieve it?
right. Are
You
they?
know what I'm
That's what
saying?
I'm
And,
saying.
and
Are you equipped?
you
Are you
know,
educated enough? If opportunity was given
yes,
to you, you will be able to execute. That's the question we asking.
yeah, because all these skills come with leadership and responsibility. Okay, on the job, when you're working, when the supervisor, when they look at it, say, what, we want you to supervise this job. They know that they respect you and they trust in you. And can we also do the same thing with Liberians? That is the question.
I mean, um,
Go ahead, Isaac.
I'll chip in here.
Let Eric go then know that. Go ahead, Isaac.
Uh, yes. Well, you guys saying they gotta have a good point, but if we look at it, it's not all Liberians we can characterize in those categories. You have some Liberians that have vast knowledge on construction and other stuff. But what my own take on this is that if the government as a government in a country, the reason why most of these countries are doing well is because of good governance. When
Hmm.
when the government is not performing well to the expectation of the people, you will not expect these things to happen. If you want a good or construction company, if you want your people to do good in the country, you have to develop them. You have to bring a developmental programs in the country that will develop your people in order for your nation to be built. Look at Burkina Faso right now. The president he invested in infrastructure, he invested in agriculture. So he making sure that all these people will be able to go to the agricultural sector to boost that area. But the thing here is that our government they are not pushing these things. They are not pushing it. They are not pushing these things to develop their people in order for the nation to be better. So they rather give the contract to outsider. They rather give it to Nigerians. They rather give it to Ghanaian. They rather give it to other people outside instead of giving it to your own people. I mean, it is difficult to trust people, but
Okay,
you have to trust.
bro.
I don't
No,
care what you
how?
do.
How? You and I, we decided that, oh, we want to build a front view store. But because the front view store that we were looking for, we want a basement. Now everything stopped. all because you want a basement. Is that equipped?
No, it's not.
That's what I'm
It's
saying.
not. It's
That's
not. It's not at all. It's not equipped. It's not equipped. That's what I'm saying. The problem too, we can blame the government partially for some of the issues,
which is
and
what.
yeah. Well, if I say we are saying we blame the government for partially for some of the issue is that what are some developmental programs is the government bringing in the country
A
to
lot.
develop its people?
A
What
lot.
what 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 are some?
Okay. First of all, we are putting rules and regulations in place so that the people could not dwell into their past habits, such as rehabilitation. Liberia had rehabilitation, but when the people go in there, when they come out, they go back to their same old behavior. We have job or like scholarship program in Nigeria, but the problem is when the people come abroad, they don't want to come back. That is so yes, the government is trying their best from what I've seen. I mean, come on, the electricity has improved, isn't it? Electricity has improved. Not only electricity has improved,
Yeah.
the road construction has improved since Ellington, right? Not only that,
Mm-hmm.
the infrastructure is improving since Ellington. Their international image is improving. You see Liberia on different council and moving here and talking to this country. Before Ellington, it was not like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Liberia is trying they're rebuilding. They are trying. The government is trying. The people are hot-headed. They don't want to let their whole habit go. They want to get stuck in their own ways and think that's what will work. And and these new children like hell no, we don't. And then where the conflict will go again, because the new children don't want. They want opportunity. They want to be able to wear new clothes, flashy clothes, and look like what they're seeing on Facebook, on TikTok, just like everybody. They don't care about the only reason why most people want to go into the government because of the unemployment shortage. But the people don't. The people are the one that create employment. It's not the government. But everybody looking towards the government. But
If
go
okay,
ahead.
go ahead. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
So I agree. I agree. I 100% agree with what you say. But what I'm saying here is that in order for a nation to be developed, we are not just looking at the infrastructure development or the look at electricity, all these things. All these things they are good in the development. But in order for a nation to be developed, its people have to be
Right.
mentally developed in order for that nation to move forward. So if the people mindset and their
But the people
development
on
is
ground,
premature,
the people on
mm-hmm,
ground don't have much
yeah,
opportunity. They don't have much
yes,
resources. They don't have
mm-hmm,
much reach. They are trying, but they don't have much
absolutely.
reach. However, those of us, man, there's almost couple millions in America. We are the selfish one. We are the one that holding Liberia back. It's us.
How? How?
How? Okay.
Yeah, how?
Imagine we saying the Liberia, what's it? Liberia don't know how to read. Liberia healthcare is bad. We say Liberia don't have road. We say Liberia. What's some of the excuses we have for Liberia? We have so much excuses and blame to put on Liberia, right? However, if you and I and 100 people put $1,000 together, the wave that we could make in Liberia, the change that we could make in Liberia is unreal. Matter of fact, we could even create an investment company, and we could, we could put different umbrella. That way, we'll have opportunity to educate, right?
It's true.
And everybody will be speaking the same language. Now, these people that say that they don't have no customer service, no, just created a customer service firm. Now we're teaching the people how to speak customer service language. And guess what? Because they're the government, I know you got your hand full with the airport air. We got people that we train and they are very equipped. Matter of fact, come and take a look and see how they are. Boom. They can put it into their customer service. Oh, government, look up now. Because this investment company, we have done agriculture, we have done mechanic shop. Yes, the people in the diaspora, we have created mechanic shop. We have
True.
we have created farming. We have created IT lab, bio lab, nursing program. We have created all of that. And since we are so good, we have off because we know more now. We will also put system in place because we complaining about the system in Liberia, so that they who that we are teaching will follow that same system, and that's how we change the population.
It's
Because
true. I agree.
because
I just want to say something quick, brother. I know one of my brother, like one of the brother, is a Liberian from Canada. I think
yeah, and
he
that's
built,
my excitement, and I'm in conversation with him, and I can't wait
yeah,
for me
yeah.
to have a conversation with him on live
Yeah,
because
that guy
Leo,
he built. I think yeah, Leo, brother. I mean, everything you're saying, I mean, it makes sense. But let me just give you an example. Like I told you, I started a business. It's just like a convenience store, right? And I have like, let me just say, the girl or sister. I say, can you guys work together, and learn some stuff? But do you know what the girl told me? That who gonna go sit in the shop and just waste their time? Just imagine though. I am trying to help this person. Maybe this person through this, the person might be able to achieve and learn, and also get, I mean, money and all that kind of stuff. But the person is saying that they can't sit in the shop. It's a waste of time. So, I mean, everything you're saying, it does make sense. But the problem here is whether some people are waiting to learn, and some people are waiting to go that route and
well,
be able to learn stuff,
well,
and be able to have that customer service. Again, I mean, some family they have come up with ideas to open business for other people to be part of it. But the problem here is whether those people are willing to put time into it to learn, to be able to achieve a new things. Because sometimes they just feel like we the one in the US when we bring idea, they feel like we think that they feel like we know too much.
Yeah.
no, you
We
bring it
come
to
Mhm.
with
them. Let's
idea
go
and
do
we
stuff. We're bringing it to them. But I will let you learn. But we are bringing the idea to them. We're not taking initiative. You follow? We're going to ask. We are Liberian. Let's speak the people language and get our foot in the door and start making change. People speak what? They speak this language. You don't want to learn, right? Sure, but I can pay you if you learn this. I could give you a job if you learn this, right? You don't want to learn, right? If half of the Morovia already productive, right? Come on, you and I, we came to the state. We saw most of the people in the state productive. We were forced to be productive, and that's the problem. We want to build school for 18 years old to start from second grade or elementary school back. No, you 18 years old, now it's time to get a trade. 18 years old, you don't have a high school degree, get a trade, bro. Let's get a trade. And that's where we come in. We, the citizen, that's where we come in. But we are on the internet and just block the breaker. But when we
okay.
say let's
Hey,
come together, the problem. Well, hang on, let me give my brother a no fab a chance. Oh, let me get Eric a chance. I'll get no fab a chance, okay?
all right, go ahead.
I'm still mad at you. Go ahead, Fab.
Hello, everyone.
What's up,
And
B?
our brother made a valid point that the country of Rwanda had a civil war and they are doing a lot better. All right, they went down a different route, and Liberia went down a different route. So for Rwanda, right? That person has been in power for 30 years, right? And we don't have the same with Liberia because of the laws and stuff that that govern that country, right? So this is just my point of view. I feel like In order for Liberia to rebuild, right, we need a president that have a stable hand that gonna be in power for just that amount amount of time as well. Look, when 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 did we have the most development was under President Woodrow V.S. Tubman, right? He was in office for 27 years, and during that time, the country grew. The country had a lot of development.
Wait, huh?
So, yes, Woodrow V.S. Tubman, he was in office for 27 years,
That's
and the country grew
interesting.
under
Interesting.
him. So, like, there's a lot of stuff that we can sit back and take a good look at and
Hey,
go forward. Like, yes, it is good. It's good to be a, a democratic country, but that framework is not working for us. So we need to start to look for something different that's going to work for us.
thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank
But
you very much. Wait, let me Fab, how are you doing today? Let me let Fab come in, then I'm gonna let you gentlemen come back in. Fab, how are you doing?
Yeah, yeah, what's going on, my brother? What's going on?
Not much,
Yeah.
not much.
All right. Yeah. Thanks. I mean, thanks for bringing me up on the panel. I mean, I think I've been watching you for a couple of days, and I thought, I mean, I thought that was a very, informative. The panel was really quiet, no drama. I mean, constructive conversation. I mean, I thought it was great because, but first of all, I mean, probably the reason why I like the panels like this is because my family, my parents are from the Ivory Coast, so we pretty much are neighbors and stuff.
Right.
So I was born in the States, so the things that I like about myself is because I come to Africa every year. Every year I come home because I have a lot of families, a lot of family members in the Ivory Coast,
Right.
and I get a chance to travel to other places, other countries like Senegal. Maybe the country, to be honest, the country that I haven't been is Liberia. I haven't been to your country yet, but I'm definitely going to go there and visit and stuff. Because I like the conversation, and also like when it comes to the government, I just know a little bit because I've been taught by every time I go home, people talk to me. We have conversation at the table, talk about the government, talk about businesses, you talk about the struggle, the success, the failures, and everything. So I have a little bit of sense, but the majority, I think the majority of people coming from, the Ivory Coast and Nigeria or any other country, I think you guys are extremely smart. I mean, let's just start from there. I mean, you guys are extremely smart, and I think the biggest problem is the fund. We don't have the money. We don't. We I mean the government has a lot of money. The government get loans and all kind of money from other countries, but they don't know that. It seems like they don't know what to do with it. They don't know how to basically produce the money. They don't trust the people. It seems like they don't trust the people to do something with it. Because there's a lot of engineers, a lot of great people, a lot of great minds in the country, but they don't create let's just say like a conferences for people to get together and provide opportunity for the young. The young people. That's why the young and the new generation is upset because they feel left off. They feel like the government is not doing anything because it starts from home. You got to start from the government. The government has to provide opportunity, and then the next generation just take it from there and run with it. But they feel left off. They feel like the government is not helping. Is not helping. Because they get all the money. People don't want to leave the country. They don't want to leave the country. We love Africa. They love the country, but they don't want to leave. But it seems like the government is pushing them away. Because if you don't have any opportunity in the country, then yeah, you might as well leave and go somewhere else and make money. You know, like that's why I see a lot of like for example, like in Chicago, because I was in Chicago a few weeks ago. I see a few Liberian and Nigerian. These people, they don't, they have businesses but they don't feel like they need to come. They don't feel, sometimes they don't feel like they need to go back because they feel like, the government is not helping. They just take care on their own. They don't. All they do is just take care of themselves. They don't take care of the people. I mean, you don't have to just take care of your family, but you also have to, think about the people on the street, the people, struggling people, and that's what I come across because I mean, like me and my like for example, like me and a couple of my cousins, we started a transportation company. I mean, but I don't. I mean, because I know probably by the time I'm probably like I'm in my mid 40s. I'm 47. So and I know that I'm not going to be in the state forever. I mean, I'm not going to bear my grave here in the state. No, that's not going to happen. I know that's I'm going to have a probably like I'm trying to accumulate as much business in Africa, not just in Ivory Coast, but in other places in Africa. So that way, by the time I'm getting sick and tired of, living overseas, then I can come back and have a place to rest. But I think the best, I think, I think my ultimate thinking is, I think the people, um, I mean, people don't need. I mean, people don't want to leave. It's not like in America, people just leave and go to Thailand and Japan and other countries. They don't even think about going to Africa and stuff like that. But I mean, but I just feel like that honestly, because I get to see people, I talk to them, and I know what it's like. I can see the pain and tears. I know what it's like, to suffer, and not having anything. And when I listen to them, I just see how smart they are. I mean, some folks just tell me their goals, that what they want, the type of business they want to do. I mean, they know everything, even things that I don't even know, even things that I don't even know in the states. I mean, they have tons of ideas, but they don't have the fun, and they don't even know how to get here. They have no way to get here in the state or even leave uh, uh, Africa to go to other country and work. I mean, they don't even have that opportunity, you know. So all they need is just the fund. They just need people to support them. So I mean, and partner. I mean, to have a partnership with them, so they can grow. Because otherwise, it's not. It's just not working. It's just not work. Because not even that's what I mean. That is one of the biggest reasons why people don't want to go back. They
Exactly.
don't want to go back to Africa because of this. Because they don't feel like Africa is moving. I mean, we have the smartest people out there, but the government is not helping. That's one of the biggest reasons.
Okay. Thank you
Mm.
very much. What you think? What you
Yeah,
think?
thank you.
What a brother say? What you think?
Yeah, I think one of the things he was saying, like, I know one of my brother from here, he went to Liberia and opened a transportation business. But this guy went back, and when the guy asked, "Hey, what's going on with the whole thing?" And honestly speaking, he was disappointed. And now, as I speak with you guys, this guy opened another business in Rwanda. Okay, he went straight somewhere else to do his business. It's like sometimes, like the brother said, the government also have part to play, and to be able to open those avenue for people to learn and be able to achieve what they can achieve and use on the people that are in university, young people, for them to learn their trade and stuff like that. But again, honestly speaking, it's about trust. It's about trust because if the government have such of opportunity to give up for people to learn, but after learning, will they be serious to be able to achieve what the government want them to achieve? And and these are the things that are very important. Africa, we have our own resources. Africa is rich. Africa has everything. Like Liberia right now, like most of the time I go on YouTube and I see constructions and roads and everything. It's Liberia is getting there. But again, we ourselves, like my other brother said, we the one that are in the U.S. When we get back, we also have to educate our brothers and sisters over there and lead them, the way for them to learn and be able to achieve what they can achieve in the country. I mean, we also have part to play. But again, like everybody have their part to play. Those that are here in the U.S. and those that are in Africa. And the responsibility, and you got to be consistent with your work. Like I talk to people all the time, and like I got my girl over there. Like I said, we open business. There's a guy. He was a security guard that was manning the house. I used to pay him money, But this dude get drunk and forget to do his job. I always give this guy money every month, but he does not sit down. As a security guy, he get drunk and he don't even sleep. And my girl called me like, "Hey, this guy is not here." And when I talk to him as a man, I said, "Look, brother, I know you have family. I'm trying to help you though. I don't even know you, but my girl introduced you to me, but I'm sending you money every month." But he's not doing his job, you know? It's like he kind of abandoned the job, and when he gets the money, he just go out and get drunk and, abandon the place. So sometimes it's kind of crazy, man, the people that you deal with, and then that's the problem.
It's true.
Exactly, and
It's
that's just
true.
what you're telling the government to do. Your government, the government is telling you, you guys are saying that the government to give people like that opportunity.
It's true. The way he's saying, what he's just said, it makes sense. Like you were saying, Jay, like you said, the people they have to be accountable for everything that they do. And I believe that when the government is holding those people accountable, I believe that things will begin to fall in place because these people, most of the time, they're not held accountable for this. If you carry a business over there, you trust them with something. I've been a victim of these things. My brother was saying, I've been a victim of it. You will try to help them out and do something there to try to boost them. They won't be serious with nothing. They will just go over there, do whatever they want to do because they feel that the money is not coming from their pocket. It's coming from you. So they don't care. They mess everything up. They go away. So sometimes too, we blame the government, but sometimes too, the people, most of the time, they are the problem. You don't trust them. You can't trust
Majority,
them with anything.
majority of
Let
the
me add
time.
something.
So this is no. So a, a lot of the time, the problem is us. Just like this brother said that he have an employee, right, that work for him as a security guard, right? He pays him. If the man's not doing his job, get rid of him and find the next person.
Exactly. Exactly.
Like
Exactly.
like because he show you time and time again he's not qualified to do that job. He putting your family life at
At
risk.
risk.
Like you you are not helping the situation. You are not.
Yeah,
He's
no,
your employee.
yeah, I understand that when I spoke with him, though, I was trying to, this dude was crying. He's a grown man, but he was crying like, you know, things are hard, and if I fire him,
No,
how
sometimes you got to teach him a lesson. For real.
so but later on I have to let him go. I have to, and he was threatening
You
that
have to.
he's
It's
gonna burn it.
business. It's not
He was
friendship.
threatening he's gonna burn the house down. I was like, okay, my girl was afraid. I said, nah, he's not gonna do it. He's not stupid enough. Liberia has changed now. He cannot come and burn the house down. The only thing that he's not doing his job, so he has to go. It's
Yep.
just like over here in America, if you can't go to where you miss out
You're done.
working, even
Yeah.
the day you're done.
You're done.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, and hey, I was in the Ivory Coast, man. I lived in the Ivory Coast when I was young. I was in Riviera 3. I mean, Africa is a beautiful place, and honestly speaking, but
So in Abidjan,
I mean, we have to put time in working. Like we are the one here in the U.S. We work hard every day. I'm in Minnesota, man. When it's cold, you don't want to go to work, but you
ah,
Of course.
yeah,
Oh
when
boy.
you get cold. And I work two jobs. I work at the airport. Right now at
Wow.
the airport, you don't want to get out when it's cold, bro. You don't want to
Exactly.
get out there. And I also
so
work
social.
as a bus
We are
driver.
not
So
intentional.
yeah, I
Wow.
work as a bus driver, and I work in the cold. So it's like if somebody works hard and say, you know what, they want to start something with someone or just want to help this person, and they abuse it.
Abuse
They
it.
abuse
You
it.
got to fire him, man.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, no,
Yeah,
he's
because
gone.
yeah.
He left.
Yeah.
He's gone. I let him go already. But
That's it.
sometimes we want to help our own people, but they don't understand the
And
fact
that's the
that
wrong thing to do.
But that's
you
what
Don't
I'm
know,
trying
don't
to
don't employ
understand.
anybody
Instead of
close.
we trying to figure out how to hold each other accountable,
Yeah.
and try to avoid these things from happening, what we do, we blame it on the government. That's where I am here to tell you guys that, look, the government is trying their best. Since since
Yo,
Ellen
Jay.
since Ellen took place, Liberia have been progressing. It's not as swift as y'all want it to be, but it has been progressing.
Yeah, true. But Jay, sometimes though we do need to blame the government as well. So if you are a government employee, right, and you are there taking bribe left and right, the government should step in and set an example. If that person
Mhm.
lose his or her job, right?
So which one of y'all went
Now,
ahead and
hold on, hold on, hold on, hold
complained
on,
about these
hold on,
people? Which
hold
one
on,
of y'all?
hold on, hold on, hold on. Let me finish. If the government step in and make an example of that person, right? Guess what? The
All right,
next
later.
person will think twice.
Yeah,
But
but how?
the government is not doing that.
Not
How?
doing it, I'm holding people accountable.
How? The government at every street to see who's taking bribe. You, the
Yo,
people. Who have you ever complained? What's up, Mr. Nice Guy? Have you, the people, ever complained or put a complaint in? Right? Right now, you guys are saying that that's what they are doing. That's off word of mouth.
I think the
But
government is
even
not
but even
stupid. The
if
government
people
is not
complain,
stupid.
they'll not to account for all of it because the corruption is circulating even in the government.
The only time,
Why do I keep saying it? I mean, I was going to say, well, why do you keep blaming the government? Because the government is not stupid. They run a powerful business,
but the
and they know
government
who to
don't,
hire.
the government don't hire people. The government don't run hospital. The government, you know what I mean? They could
No, I'm talking about they're setting up.
hold on, hold on, hold on.
not hire people. You
They
get
have
what
The
I'm
people.
saying,
government
Eric?
does. Not everybody. The
Yeah.
government do hire people,
Yeah,
but
that's
not
not what I meant.
everybody.
I meant the government does not create jobs. That's what I meant to say. Sorry. But go
No,
ahead.
so
What?
the thing though, if
I let
those people are working,
I
oh, God.
yeah, cause your Fab need
Yeah,
to go. Then after Fab, I let Eric go. Then I let Mr. Nice Guy go. Okay, let's do it order. Or Eric, you know what? Let Mr. Nice Guy go since he just came in. Then we'll pass it down to Fab and Eric.
hey, Sammy, how you doing?
Yeah, we good.
Yeah, man, I just want to say something, man. You talk about government doesn't create jobs. The government creates regulation that govern. So everything is to do with that. Everything. So everything that happened in Nigeria, that's definitely a whole
You
new,
gotta come near your
new
phone.
government.
You're far away from your phone.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
I can hear you, but very muffled.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
I can hear you, but you are muffled.
Oh, yeah. Let me drive and come back.
All right, no problem. Then I will let Eric go, then Fab. Or okay, let Fab go, then Eric go. How about that? Fab.
Yeah, I was going to say real quick that the government do provide jobs because they have the ability to vet people. That's why every time you just start a business, you have to vet people. You have to understand where they come from, their background. I don't hire any family members. I would never do that. You know, sorry, but I'm not going to hire you, even if you're close to me. That's why our business, I mean, some of our business are so successful. I mean, any business can be successful as if you, because if you hire someone who's close to you, like a family member, or cousin, or brother, there's a chance that if your brother, I mean, if your brother or somebody is not hasn't made it, I mean, hasn't been far in school, you know, he's gonna destroy you. And sometimes there's family conflict. You know, people are gonna fight each other over money, over the fun, especially when you're close to you, because he can talk to you any kind of way. He can disrespect you. So the same way, be nice. Was saying earlier. I think the biggest mistake that you had was I mean, you didn't vet the guy. You didn't vet the guy. That's what happened. I mean, and your lady just brought it to him. He brought it to you. So just to give him a job. But sometimes you got to vet the person. Just any other person in the world, you know, in order to move a business forward. You know, because if you hire any kind of people without vetting them, that's going to be an issue, you know. And it's nothing personal. It is business everywhere. It's money, because you don't want to drop somebody down, you know, for your mistakes, and especially if you don't have the skill, and then you're going to sleep on the job and drink and do all kind of stuff. No, I'm sorry. I mean, it is what it is, you know.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I want you to have a chance, and I try to make a statement.
Thank you. Thank you. So yeah, like a lot of this falls on the government's shoulder. Yes, they have a lot to do, but guess what? That's what they ran for office for, right? To try to fix stuff, and that's part of their job.
And who hired him?
So hold on, hold on. So let's not forget that they are in power for a reason. They are there to move the country forward. And trust me, they have a lot of work to do. That is understandable. But if you're seeing stuff happening over and over and over and over and you're not doing anything about it, you are that problem. So the government has her part to play. The citizen, we do have our part to play.
I think the
If
government
let me
have
finish,
little part to
let
play.
me finish, my brother. If us, the citizen, right? If when we go to get some paperwork done, right? And we bribing that person to get our paperwork done, we are also part of that problem because we are paying into the system that we are complaining about. We can't be complaining about the system then benefiting from that stuff. No. So so we are also the problem. But if the government that have that have the big stick, right? They can set an example and hit that person real hard. Now, if they do it 2 or 3 times, guess what? Things will start to change gradually. Like we we have a lot of options. We have to take one or two at least for us to move forward.
Thank you very much, Steve. Thank you very much. Just a nice guy. Go ahead. Go ahead. You know, something. Go ahead.
So, Janga, can you hear me better now?
Very much so.
So, like I was saying previously, right? We blame the government, and secondly, we blame ourselves. You understand? Because if you look at the definition of a government, you know that it's a rule of regulation that govern people in place to govern a nation of people or the entire society. You understand? Right? So, looking at that particular definition of a government, and then if we coming out there to say that we can't hold the government here responsible, then we'll be biased to ourselves. We won't be doing justice to ourselves. Because once government does not put in those rules and regulations that will govern the people, the country, or whatever states and stuff, then definitely they need to be held reliable for everything that will happen. Let's come back to the US. I know we discussed about like this. Everything has been put in place in this place, right? And then once you go against it, what happened? The people of this country, we call them the and once they snitch, once they snitch, that's how government gets involved. And know exactly what happened, and then the law will take a course. That's how it works here. For that reason, people will not infringe, people will not do something stupid, people will not do something that will hurt other people because of the policy here people in the place. Back to Liberia, there is no policy people in the place. There is no rules and regulation, hold on, that govern the country. So who are we gonna hold here responsible or reliable? It's the government. Now look at our people. I said we're going here reliable because our people too. I don't know how I should describe us,
We are
but we are
dependent.
just yeah,
Dependent.
hmm?
We are dependent.
yeah, yeah. We are just different breed of people, in a sense that things that we see that will better us today or tomorrow, hmm, we don't talk about it.
Nope.
Things that we see that will better our country or our society, we don't talk about it. We only talk about things that will only better benefit us as individual,
Right.
and which is wrong. One is not in our interest, we don't care. But once it comes to our interest, that's when we want to do that kind of stuff, like showing concern and stuff. And it's also wrong. That's a sign that we as Liberians, we are not together. We don't know what we want. We don't know what we head where we are heading to. And listen, my brother, it wasn't being nice. We're giving a scenario about a guy being hired and stuff and this and that. I will say this. These are one of our problems we have in Liberia. We run business on one sentiment. We run business on friendship. We run this on certain things. And I'll tell people, for me, people who know me, they will tell you, I can be as nice as Christ or as nice as Indian Gabriel to you. When it comes to being serious, I will be serious. When comes to being fun, to play fun, we will play fun. But after fun, as seriousness, we play seriousness. So if we Liberians start developing this kind of mindset and this kind of mentality, that time for fun is time for fun, time for seriousness, my brother can tell you that bro will move ahead gradually. I want to get it for you, and I want us to take this too.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So at the end of the day, right? It feels to me like maybe 40 to 45% is the government, and anywhere to 55 to 30% is the people. The people are reliant. The people are very reliant. They want to wait for the government to say postpone to mouth first before the postpone to mouth, right? But meanwhile, we have a civil war conflict. That means most of the people are traumatized. They got some type of mental health going on, right? So that we have the government have to address that, right? But the government don't have to address that. The government have to govern. We the people have to come together and create some type of thing to what heal our people again, so that they contribute to society. But guess what? What we do is complain and hold our mouth open so the government could put something in us, or close our eye so the government could grab her by our hand and take her around town, right? Or we are secure with the way of life that we currently have right now. Therefore, we just know how to stand from a distance and point finger and laugh, right? For real, for real. Before the government situation, there was king. The king demanded, but the people still survive, right? So we, the people in Liberia, we tired. Yes, I know. We say we tired. We want better life, right? But we want somebody else to give us that better life. It don't make no sense. I usually talk about the people that are in the diaspora. I don't talk about the people in Liberia much. I talk about us that in the diaspora because we are lazy and content and we are complaining and we don't want to get help. And those of us that are educated, we think we are better than those who are not educated. Or whatever position that we have in that is much more magnified, we think now we know better. Meanwhile, we still proceed with our same old mental health towards everybody else and it bleeds on us. That's the reason why some of us said that we don't want to live around y'all. That's the reason why we don't get along with some of y'all. Because why I don't trust myself. So I think Eric will do what I'm able to do to Eric. What I will do to Eric. Or I think be nice will do to me what I can, what I'm able to, what I'm capable, what I've seen other people do. And we're forgetting that, yo, we all from the Liberian man in Liberia ground to the one that in the United States politician. We all need help. Oh. And what is it? We are struggling with crab in a bucket mentality. That's it. We don't want to help each other grow. And my brother just said, we just want
Yeah,
it.
it's so individual. Yeah.
And we just want it for ourselves, not for everybody else. And that's not fair. Okay, if you gonna say it like that, okay, say it like this. In my opinion, I feel like I need to get along or gather as many Liberian people so we could go and build certain part of Liberia so I could be able to take my children there. Or my friends, my Dominican friends, my Latino friends there. So I could show off my country. That's personal to me. So I could say, look, see this play? The Queen of England came here when she was young. And we demanded her to come to New. You follow? Liberia has so much history to be proud of, but we, the people, have got this mentality where it's so like divisive.
You are 100% right. You know, and so we went through trauma that a lot of us have not dealt with. So when I was in like Liberia during that time, right? We were divided by tribe,
Hmm.
right? So till we learn to fix that, it will be hard for us to come together and work together because the war divided us, you know. And like, look, I love Liberia to death. I I would rather be there right now. But when I go back and see stuff, I like there's a lot we need to be. There's a lot that can be done, but a lot of us don't have the resource to go back and do it. And then when we go back, we are afraid of certain people, right? Because they 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 brainwash us that you know what? There's no there's no one in Liberia that
Trust
passed
what?
away by natural cause, right? This, there's no one that passed away by natural cause. Like make that make sense. We all have a time that we were born in the time that we are meant to die, right? But then, look, there's a lot of stuff that we are dealing with. There's a lot of stuff that we have to fix for us to go back and try to help fix our country. But we have to start with ourselves, fixing ourselves. We all have issues. We have a lot of issues. Until we deal with that, though, we will not move forward.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with what you said. Most of the things you said. Liberian, most of the time, yeah, everybody have issues. We got issues. We need to fix our issues. But the one of the reasons why people elect government officials is for those government officials to pave the way because there are something that they are struggling with that they can't figure out. So that's why they hire you to figure that out and show them the way, where we should go. I know we the people we have issues, but most of the time, if you have a leader in place and that leader is not giving you that what you need, what you ask of him, I mean, it will definitely be a chaos because you can say
No,
then what's the point we have? What's the point we have government? If
no.
we the people will do everything in the country, what's the point of the government? So we should just dissolve the government and allow the people to run the country. Because if the government is there and they are not doing anything, Liberia are not saying the government should spoon feed them. That's not what Liberia is saying.
That's what he's saying.
That's how I look at it. We are not saying Liberia are not saying government should spoon feed them. Government
Stupid
Liberia are
government.
saying government should create an avenue. They should create an avenue for them in order for them to pursue their dreams. Yeah, you can go ahead.
Thank you very much, sir.
Mhm.
Shade 803. I'm gonna let you come in. The intuitive wisdom Smith,
Am I audible?
Wordsmith. Intuitive Wordsmith. I'll let you come after Shade 803. How you doing, Shade?
Am I audible, guys?
Yes, ma'am. I can hear you.
Hey, good, thanks. First, I didn't see Janga, Mr. Host. I want to say thank you for having this talk today. Because most times when I listen to our Liberians on social media, given the power of social media nowadays and the internet as a whole, they're discussing things that don't really concern me. So most times I stay in the FYP. But I must say I'm really excited today. I'm impressed that I stumbled across your platform and listen to everything you guys are saying. And I hear real intentional people. I haven't heard even those who are involved in the government, they are still intentional. Those who say, oh, it's government fault and things like that. I heard intentional people from the start when I was watching for almost 30 minutes now before I even accepted the invite to come up, right? What I want what I want us to know is that in our different like brain community, mostly for us here in the diaspora, people back home they are going through a lot. They are trying their best. And I say this because I was there before. I did everything right when I was in Liberia, but it wasn't working the way I wanted it to work until I came abroad, right? So we need to empower those people. But then we all have our stories. People try to invest, people try to go back home, people try to do things. You hire your friends, you hire people who you went to school with, but they are professionals. You went to school together, you graduated with Stella Marie's, you connect with them, say, oh, I have a project, a building project, do this for me. They squander your fund. They do things that are not
Mhm.
okay. We then try. But we can still give up. Because me, I gave up 3 years ago. I started something in Liberia, bought an acre of land. They cheated me. They did a lot of things. Even the other place I was fencing, they just
I have plans, everything. I reached out to Zodwa Construction, that guy who was building really nice houses. It just frustrated me. And I called my realtor. I said, you know what? I don't think I want to do anything like Bureau. I need to buy a house in the US. I was frustrated. But a year ago, I started asking myself, if we don't go to start this change that we are talking about, who's going to do it? If we don't go to impact these people, who's going to do it? Right? So I decided that anything I want to do in Liberia, it will be done through legal proceedings. If I want to start getting a property, I must have lawyers I'm paying. I must have a whole corporation I'll be buying my properties. I had to sit down and think and say, what do I want to do? So we can't give up on our people. And another thing about this government thing, we should look at our history, where we came from. They are all trying. Even the Chastela government try. The Ellie try. The Joshua try. Even right now, Waka is doing so well, right? The means there, the platform there. But you want to go empower those who don't have the skill set, they don't care, they don't know what they want to do. But you need to take training there first. Anybody who want to manage a project, you should go through that particular project management school or project management group. If that person has not gone through project management, they cannot manage your project for you. You know, there are things you have to look at. The things we are looking at here in the US that we say they are working, we need to take those same things and you don't need to change it so much. That's why they call them curriculum. You need to take the same practice from here that you see working and take it back home. You can't just engage in something and expect a result. I've learned it that way. You can't just say, okay, I'm going to provide the funds, I'm going to send money, small, and build. No. Get somebody who will manage our projects. Then your family members who are there, they will be a part of it, but they will not be a part of the management team. They will be an
Yes.
eye. And you know why?
I'm
You know
sorry.
what
I'm
happens?
sorry.
You know what happens when they are not part of the management team, but they are there keeping an eye? Then the eye sharpen. They tell you, oh, this project manager is not doing this, this person is not doing this. Now they are seeing that they will be part of it. They will even handle the money, they will be able to go for the money to the banks and places, but they are not in front, right? They see how things are going. So I would say to learn, my own lesson I've learned and how I decided to go about it is that I will hire professionals. Even to buy a land, I would rather pay people, pay surveyors, pay lawyers, have a team of lawyers that have a furlough just to go ahead and secure all these things for me, then going to spend 50,000, 60,000 plus and I lose everything. You know, so we will be a part of it. We will go back home and develop, but we need to understand that whatever we see here that is working already, we will take it back home and apply same thing and modify it so that it can fit our own society. But we can't keep blaming the government. We have to step in. We keep doing a lot of things, a lot of changes going on. I spent almost 45 minutes going through all videos on YouTube, the civil war and everything up till now, right? We can tell you that for sure they are trying. They were all trying. It's like you go to a job, right? They hire you, they say, okay, we're bringing an engineer to help us build. Maybe they are migrating the databases to the cloud or something like that. And they brought you, they don't have a Confluence documentation library for you to follow. They don't have any kind of onboarding. They don't have knowledge transfer. And then you try your best, you are looking around, making these things happen. But then there is nothing there for you to even say, okay, this is what they have, this is what I'm going to use to build on. I've seen it many times. So the people who come to take over the government and things like that and they're in power, they have nothing that they are building on. The previous leaders leave them with debt and a whole lot of things. So we can't blame them. We have to work with them. And who are electing those leaders? The representatives. Let's look at the chiefs. Let's go to the representatives and senators. Who are electing them? We, the people, electing them. So why would you even elect somebody that doesn't have a track record and you say they are representing you? What has that person been doing in your local community that made you think you should elect them before you even elect the president? So we need to be involved. We need to speak up. We can't give up on them. We know what they are doing, but we cannot give up because we have the resources and means to impact the changes that we want. So I'll just leave it right up, God. I won't say again, we are happy to get the kind of discussion because every time you get on TikTok, it can be so frustrating. Some kind of main relationship business, some kind of this, some kind of that. I just want to be part of an investment. I'm telling you, brother. I was saying the FRP to ask me, say, you listen to the live? I did listen, but I did not join. You know? So I like on our platform. So even a trust, because another thing again, we
Yes.
want to go invest back home. We have the ideas, right? We have big ideas, but you can't do it alone. You want to do bigger things. You understand partnership, or how we even partner with brother and sister who will not be
Exactly.
sincere. Eh? So I believe that when we
Exactly
start
what
having
I
this kind of
said.
discussion, we'll start building that trust and the same mindset we have already, we start building it. Because, oh, I listen to others that other day. I think she's intentional. I listened to him talk the other day. I think he's intentional. And then we can come together and say, okay, this is our need. If it is farming, we would buy acres and acres and carry on and bring our equipment from away. We can only do that with intentional people. It's a corporation. It's not a
Yeah.
sole proprietorship that want to stay doing mine, oh mine, thing
Exactly.
like this.
Exactly.
So yeah,
Yeah.
I'll leave it this way and give other people
Yeah,
a
well
chance to talk.
said,
But this is
sis.
very good
Well
thing.
said. Well said, sis.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, sis. Which is very true. And I want to welcome you to our platform because we have this type of discussion every day. We just do research to bring it to our people, and we'll discuss it.
Thank you, thank you.
And most of the time, I allow my people to vent. Then we try to come to an understanding what we can do. And the initiative that we have in place is we to have common mindset and put time and money together. We try to gather 50 people total. We got 23 right now. Where we could put money and time together and create a business in Liberia where we could educate, whether it's to bring people data or mechanic or farming, we could do that. But we will also have a farm so when they get out of the school or the program, to put them into or the mechanic place where we could put all the instrument they need. So when they get out of school, they can work there. So that way, they all will be speaking the same language. And that's another way of us saying that we want to change Liberia. So yes, but welcome.
Can I say something real fast?
I want to welcome you. And my brother, if you want to say something, let it be under 1 minute because I have another intuitive and Tati to go. Okay? So go ahead.
Let them speak. Go ahead. I'll let them speak.
All right. My brother intuitive, how are you doing today?
Bossman, I'm doing good. How are you guys doing?
Hey.
Thanks for having me. I'm not too sure what the conversation is about because I always come in the midst of in the middle of your live. So I guess you guys are talking about Liberia and the contribution we could
No,
bring
we are
into
talking
Liberia.
about Liberia. Me, okay, on this platform, I have always talked about Liberia culture, music, politics, relationship, many more.
Hmm.
However, I have been privy to accuse the women for some of the behavior that our society is experiencing. Just like I have been privy to accuse the men of some of the behavior in our society, just like I have been able to defend the men and defend the women and I had
Hmm.
been able to accuse the government of behaviors that I think that is messing up the society. Just like today, I am taking the government side because since Ellington till now, man, our country have not been. It's like stocks to me. It has not been pew. It's not crypto, but it has
Hmm.
been gradually going. Electricity
Hmm.
is gradually becoming stable. You know what I mean? Infrastructure is gradually coming along, despite whatever the concern as far as corruption go, but things is happening.
Hmm.
Although, but I say it's y'all, we, me, you, our fault that Liberia is not moving in the pace that we want it to be. And we in the diaspora, we are so spoiled when we go back, instead of we trying to be like what I say, empathize with our people and see how we could, solve the problem that they are facing. We seem to point finger, oh, they are illiterate, their mindset, and this and that. If their mindset or they are illiterate and this, not that, what are you doing to put in place so that their mindset could change? What are you doing? Because according to statistics, we spent $88 million last year in Liberia. Just us in the diaspora.
Hmm. Okay.
So imagine what would have that would have done in Liberia. So I am here today to blame us in the diaspora. The reason why Liberia is going through what Liberia is going through right now is because of us. We're not doing nothing. My sister, I'm sorry, I'm gonna use you as an example. The reason why your response was spended because of immature people, because I felt as you did not know. Now you know because you did not know, you didn't know who to hire or what rules and regulations to put in place. But now you know, and that I need, we all need, so that we can learn from your mistakes. So when we put all of these people together,
will sit down and put rules and regulation into place because why? Liberia said we don't have a system. But we in the diaspora, we're privy to system, so we should know how to put it into place when we go to Liberia when we come together. But again, we don't know how to work together. We are clapping about
I mean, I somewhat agree to everything you're saying. I think I was on your live the other day, and I also stated that I haven't been to Liberia in over 30 years, right? And so I really couldn't comment on what is happening in Liberia, but from experiences from others, I could say that people try to invest into Liberia, and they get robbed in so many different ways, right? So, like I think she would say how she wanted to do something there and how money was taken and all that stuff. So, these are stories that you find very frequently where people try to do something in Liberia, but it never is successful. However, though, for me, I personally, and I think well, people will probably hate me for this, but I don't think I can see myself investing in Liberia because I don't feel like my money will be safe, and I don't feel like my ideas will be safe enough for it to come to fruition in Liberia. Excuse me. I think because I've studied with other countries and how they operate and how their systems are is very clear, is very to the point, where you don't have to pay Peter, Paul, and Nancy before you get your results. That I would rather take my money and put it in other countries to actually build what I want to build.
That's
I
messed
mean,
up.
but I know it sounds the way it sounds, but it's just my reality, though. You
I
know.
understand. I completely understand that.
And
And
there's
you are
nothing wrong with that
yeah.
whatsoever.
I don't have no issue with that. As long, my thing is, I think we need to let's give our brother, whoever that is trying to, that's the same way I feel again about those of whom that are coming to America. We don't create that space for them to be integrated into the American society. The Chinese people do, the Lebanese, the Indian. So it's the same way with Liberia, right? When our brothers like they come and say, "Yo, I don't think this and that, but I would like to, but based on what I'm saying, then right, we should be like, yo, come here. I know how to, I know people that you need to be around, so that they could guide you well, you know. Or are we?
Hey, Jaga,
Or wait,
Jaga.
Before I will let us out near taxi to go, but I'll bring it right back to you. Okay? Right? So I think, right, we as Liberians, right, we need to stop taking the victim role all the time because we, in our own ignorance, also we could be in danger. We could walk into danger. We don't even know. But we play the victim role. Taxi, go ahead. Emma, let my brother nice guy come. Taxi, oh,
Yes, morning, ladies and gentlemen.
morning.
Yeah, yeah. I said good morning, everybody.
Good morning, sir. Good
Good morning,
morning.
man. Good
Can
morning.
you
Good
hear me?
afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. It's after 1.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he's right. He's right. It's 2:30 here.
Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, yeah. I know, man. Yeah, yeah. I just woke up. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. So I didn't get everything of what the whole topic was about, but the few that I managed to comprehend, I would just address them like that. So forgive me if I'm going to come out kind of rusty because I just woke up. So okay. Yeah. When it comes to who takes the blame, okay, I heard someone saying that, well, the people in the diaspora are the ones to be blamed. I cannot agree to that 100% because you have to understand. The reason why I say that because some of us uh, we were brought here as children. You see what I'm saying? And it was during, and most of that time, it was during the dawn of the war, the 1990 war. Like for me, we stayed there until 1995. Then we came here. My mother brought me here, and of course, we went through all the obstacles in the diaspora here. And some of us were able to get our people that the people call high school diploma, and were able to do something there. We were able to get it, and other obstacles like uh, uh, parents issue, where your father or
your mother, is not with a good person, so you cannot stay in the house in order to continue your education. So some of us we have to fight for ourselves. So I speak for those people. We can't take the blame for that. But however, we can work towards going to Liberia, going back to help to develop our country. Yes, we can do that. Like me right now, I have intentions of going to Liberia to get into the agriculture business. And being that I was very good at doing algebra, I also want to go and open schools
I
for,
need you.
the
I
younger.
need you. I need you from my investment group because I will need people to teach my
Let the
people.
man finish, bro.
But go ahead.
Yeah. So those are my intentions. But right now I'm working, on building my house and my mother's, you know, her house too, because she is soon about to be retired. Now let's go to the government too. The government too has a lot to do with that. The reason why I said that is because we hear things all the time here in the diaspora that people, will take the high earning money and say that they're going to buy land. Then the people who are selling the land to these people from the diaspora are turning around to sell the land back again to other people the second time. So you ask like, okay, but what is the government? What are they doing when it comes to this type of corruption? Then other people are saying that we're going to sell the land, to the Chinese people, not knowing that maybe from the next 20 to 30 years to come, our children will have to go to war with those people. They're not thinking about, what's to come. They're only thinking about, what they are getting. If you're selling the land from beneath you to other people, okay, then where do you have for your children to reside? So it's a lot of things that we have to confront. It's not just who's to take the blame. And the government too, they hire a lot of people that took part into that, that civil war that went on. Most of those people, they have the background of being rebels. Most of those people, that is why the system is not functioning the way it's supposed to. This is why. I was so frustrated one time. I told somebody one day, I said, look, in order for Liberia to come back to where it used to be, all those people will have to be deceased. So I stop it right there. Once again, forgive me for coming out kind of rusty, but this thing here is too frustrating, really. It's too frustrating.
Yeah,
That's
right.
That's
That's
right. The second country in West Africa, okay, to have a so-called independence. Right now, we are the one that are looking at gunfire right now. Can you believe that?
So,
I'm done. I'm done.
so that's fine, bro. You need to get it all off your chest, man. You have to get it off your chest so we can move forward.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done.
Janga.
Yes, sir. Mr. Let me let Mr. Nice
So,
Guy go. Let me let Mr. Nice Guy go down. Let you and go.
so, so, uh, I came. The reason I'll meet myself is I want to engage an issue of the previous speaker before Tante, and that of the is that shot. Yeah, they spoke well. You understand? Even Tante spoke well. But I would say this. You already know me, Janga. You know how I go and how I do things. I go back home. I would say every year. You understand? This is the longest I have stayed out of going back because of studies. You understand? Which of course, a few months from now, I'll be heading back home. But our people do understand one language. Our previous brother said, uh, what was it? You have to, he's not willing to pay something, to pay someone to do something. You understand? If I get it right. And I want to say to my brother, I know everything he said is true, but the system is not put in place that way. It's just because of our corrupt mentality that it is set up those ways. And the reason it's happening is because of, I'll bring you myself again, I came back to every one of us. It's because of you and myself. You understand? Because we're not speaking out. I will give you an example. I went back home 2020. I went to the Ministry of Commerce to open a company, a construction company, right? The same system is better talking about, oh, you got to give something to somebody, give something to somebody, other system to go through. It was brought in my face. You understand? But I dealt with it like the way I always deal with my situations. You know me, Janga. I cause noise, me and noise makeup. Right there. Against Sla. I got zero argument. The whole Ministry of Commerce was outside there. The minister proper came from his office and came downstairs. and I stood my ground. I maintained my ground. Yeah, because of that reason, I couldn't pay nothing to nobody. You understand? Because I say something right there and I address it right there. But most of us Liberians, we always have the mentality, oh, this is Liberia. Let's just do what the people say. And
I'm
I
one
want to
of
say
them.
this to
I'm one
people.
of them. Go ahead.
Yeah, I want to say this to people. Liberia is part of the world. Liberia is no exception to the rules and regulations people within this world. You see something, say a cause not right there. If you let it slide, that's how things slide. Secondly, another example again. I went, let me say this. My sister talking about she bought a land and she was broke and do something. It happened. It is true. Those things happen. It came to my side as well. I'm undertaking a lot of projects in Liberia. Jungle, you know me. So many people, even our brother Jack, come over here and test to it. So my project I'm undertaking, although I bought this land, I'm not going to detail, just get so people can know exactly where I'm referring to. So I bought this land after I built my fence. My dude came from nowhere. He's the owner. Went took the lawyer to his hand and broke my. I knew who fan he broke. He broke my fence because all the time I was on the side. I received the information. I said, oh, for real? I said, yeah. Stubborn man at me, already high. Very stubborn, like me. Yeah. I said, okay. So I decided to follow the legal trend. I told one or two, go to this code. I will not give the code that residential player no. So when is it might give you once it might give you know what kind of code to take your situation. So yeah. So they took the kids there. They took the kids there. They go out kept dragging my kids for a couple of months. I told the person, I said, you know what? We'll speak the language people can speak. And the kids are in the pool house, say, yeah, I said, don't go there, don't go there. Rest yourself. Say, you ready to call for the kids? Rest yourself. I contacted all my Zogo beginner. I put on a standby on the project. I said, you see that motherfucker kind of, sorry for my expression? You see that motherfucker kind of, you detain him. Yeah. Beginner on a standby. Yeah, you detain him. So when he look at it for me, and when he put his head together, he came back for the second time. He then caught him. Understand? Now when he caught him, I said, don't be. When I taking the courthouse, the judge. It was when the law decided to interfere into my case after my case has been registered to that same particular courthouse. But because I was about to take action into my hands, I was like, oh yeah, we have the case here. They're not going to it. Now they went to it. I said, okay, I agree. They went to it. They started prolonging things. Every time we call for the hearing, the guy will not show up. My people will show up to represent me. My lawyer will show up. They start prolonging. You know how they can do drag stuff, right? Because they want to make more money. The judge don't know who he's dealing with. I requested the judge number. They got it and sent it to me there. I called the judge for the court. I presided on the case 1 or 2 times. The moment he heard I was on his side, he went prolong. Oh, you know what to do. I laughed. I told my dad, I told my lawyer. I said, that one don't know who he's dealing with. So it came to understand that I'll call this guy name, Eugene Facon. The person who take my heart for my land, when you Facon, things a Facon, because he be the official government who go there and step on my case. But Facon never be who you're dealing with. When Facon reached there, my lawyer was on present. Then, oh, Facon just keep it. And I said, oh, for real? I said, hold on. Don't bother them. I called the judge, right? I called the judge. I said, your honor, I said, put a phone speaker. The phone speaker. I said, I know that Facon is in your presence right now. I said, Facon, he said, yeah. I said, let me tell you something. Don't step foot into that because if you make mistakes, trust me, you don't know who you're against. I'm saying this because that's the only language our people do understand. You understand? So I introduced myself to Falcon, and Falcon realized who we are dealing with. Falcon left. He came out and said, no, he's not going to be into it. So he left. And then for that day, he went home. After a couple of days again, the judge kept delaying. And the dude kept going to my place, but not to break dance, kept going there with noise and stuff. So it came a time, this day I got angry, I called the judge. I said, you know what? Say your courthouse, that government courthouse trying to prolong to will speak the language I want to speak. I say starting from today, and I swear to my man about me, I swear to my man to the water. If that dude just pull forward, and whoever pull forward on my property, it will be the end. Try me, and let's see. I had a judge to my case here and he said, no. It's getting on the head. I said, hey, military, myself, military will speak our military language. Thank you. I said, we'll speak it. Any way you want to do that, we'll speak it. It was how the judge took that case very serious without me giving him nothing and covered the process and went through the case and that guy was found guilty and he was asked to rebuild my fence and my property. And since then he never had money to rebuild it. He left and escaped up to now. The court is still looking for him. I say this to say this that it shouldn't be done this way, but our people only understand one language. You understand? And when the time comes, if you use the legal means, the time comes, they don't want to understand you. Speak the language that we understand as Liberian. Speak it.
So,
Speak that language.
so
You understand things.
I'll
So
let
I'll
you say
stop here.
this. I'll let you say this. Right? You just explain the exact problem that make people hesitant to even want to do
That's
that.
true. True, brother.
Right?
That's true.
So imagine all the steps, not the first time, not the second, all the steps that you took to make sure that justice was served. And justice wasn't even served in its entirety because your fence wasn't rebuilt. You get what I'm saying? And not everybody is confrontational. Not everybody, and when I say confrontational, I don't mean aggressive way, right? Not everyone is confrontational to where they will do everything. Oh, I need that person number. Oh, I need to do this. Oh, I need to do that. Some people just want to work, go about the proper procedure, and go about that day.
Right.
That's how most
Yeah,
people
just
are
like in
wired.
Japan.
I agree.
Yes, same
That
thing.
that's
Right?
true. But
That's
the
how most
reason I
people
say
are
that,
wired.
brother,
That is
I
so
agree,
true.
brother. You're right. You're right,
So
brother.
when
The
when
reason
when
the reason is that, right?
Gentlemen,
So
gentlemen,
if we
everything
start
Mr.
speaking up,
Musa is
like I'm
right.
starting with, if we start speaking up as Liberian, we will help change most of these things that is happening within our country. So these are the reasons why I brought some of these examples that we need to speak up. You understand? Because if we just remain quiet, some things are happening, brother.
I
I
mean,
would say
some
straight
people
up, some
can.
things are happening, but we're not speaking up. We're not saying it. We're not standing up. So if we start standing up, these things will change.
Can I say
Yeah,
something,
and,
please?
and the thing I really want to say, which is short,
Yeah,
Mr.
who's
Nice,
Let our
next?
after him, we'll let our sister go. She's the only female here. Come on, let's let her
speaking,
speak. After so
speaking about
after
the corruption again,
eh,
how are these people actually, burning people out of money and they're disappearing out of the country and they are not being found? Like, how is all these things happening? Don't you think, like I said, I don't think the people in the diaspora will really have anything to do with this. I think the government should take that. It sounds like people are getting paid to do whatever thing that they are doing.
okay, so
That's what
how
it sounds
often
like.
we go to that before I let my sister come in? How often do we go
Oh,
to
let her speak. That's fine. Let her speak. That's
No,
fine.
no, Loto, Loto.
no, I wanted to ask a question. How often do we take this? Because if the police pull me over and he behaving in a way that I don't like, right? I could go
Mhm.
and file a report. Do you
Of
Right.
course.
do we do that or we do just do word of mouth? When was the last
We
time we
we don't we don't we just left it, but it's open. There's a
oh,
bureau there that you can report, like police headquarters.
exactly.
Yeah,
So
but we don't.
The only thing I want to see, I think most of the people that come from the diaspora, right? Those are the people that take the initiative. But people that are back home, they're afraid. But if you come from here, from the U.S., you know that everything has to be done right. So you cannot accept bribes. So when somebody's trying to do something, then you
okay.
take the initiative to say, you know what, I ain't going to allow this to happen, or we're going to take it to court or something that I'm going to bring a lawyer in. So
Yeah. And then
only
again,
those
people are getting robbed in public. People are getting robbed in the public, and the police is right there, and they are not doing anything about it.
Hang
Yeah,
on.
come on, man.
Let our
Let
sister
them.
come in. Let our sister come in. Then
Yeah,
we'll
yeah. So, thank you. So we can blame the system however we want. We can blame the government. We can blame the sitting government. We can blame the past government. But sometimes I like to throw it back to the individuals. And again, I'll leave it with those in the diaspora like us, right? What are you doing
right,
to impact
right,
change?
right.
You've identified an issue. You've seen it. Are
Exactly.
you just keeping quiet over it? You fought your case. You won. I mean, you went through it that way, right? Just like you said, some other people, they are quiet. They don't want to go through that. For me, I'm not quiet. I can tell you for sure I'm not, right? Yes, I'm not
You know
quiet.
my
Those
sister.
who know me, they know. Those who know me, they know I'm not quiet. I'm a fighter. When I tell you I
Uh-huh.
want this done, I want it done. If I tell you this is going to happen, it's going to happen. Nobody is stopping me, right?
Exactly.
But then growth is one thing too, but then there is another thing here happening to us in this country. We work so hard, 40 hours, sometimes even more than 40 hours a week. Me, I work from home. People will think, oh, you have a flat, you just work from upstairs, you come downstairs, sit in your office. No, I'm stressed the entire time. I don't want
Uh-huh.
any other stress on my bureau
Same.
again. I was expecting a system wherein, you do your research, you pay everybody the survey and things like that. You start the project because I was ready, right? And then I get people pulling me. I'm in court now. They're breaking the fence. I'm putting up. They're doing all these things. And I have one of my sister there. I told her, I said, what? Every time they do what she does, I mean, meeting sometimes I'm being grilled at work. I'm receiving voice note from my sister. I'm receiving messages from my sister. What's happening? So I just let it go. But coming to his point about uh, what we in the diaspora are doing, right? if like now we're having this discussion, I will say this again. This is why we need to have this discussion more often. If your platform is going to be 7 days a week, at least dedicate 2 or 3 days that will talk about what can we do to improve things back home, business and other things like that, right? I'm not saying you don't have your lovely affairs. Everybody need to come and talk about their relationship and things like that. But we need to be intentional. Intentional here means that what I went through, my children will not go through it.
Mm-hmm.
That simple is the first phrase of
Don't
the
start
intentional.
all over like
I
me.
say this every day. What I went through in this country, this United States of America, to get to where I am, nobody in my family will come and do it again because I have done it. I did it
Exactly.
already, so nobody's going to do it. And I'm intentional about it. If a niece or nephew come and brought you come to study quick, I'll put you in the market right away. I'm not going to allow you to go waste your time, go to CNA, go to McDonald's. No, I've done it already, right? So when we are having these issues and we are coming on here, we are discussing it, we are hoping to find a solution. So there are somebody who's listening to the brother who came and said that already, how you take it, you apply the same method, right? You want
Yeah,
to do
that's
something
that's very good.
intentional? You want to go and start a company in like you want to go and start business in Liberia? The first thing you should think about is registration. A company, whatever it
Okay.
is, have all your businesses go through that company. If it will take you 3 months to get your company set up from the business registry, do it. But don't
Yes.
just go and say, okay, I'm going to call a friend because I saw he posted something on the internet that he's involved or had a session on TikTok, so he's intentional. No, it has to be the legal way. I called people the other day when I wanted to start my project. I called people the other day. I told them to come on Zoom. I want to talk to them. They came.
Yes.
I asked, so what did you show me a track record? What have you been doing? You want to manage hundred
Yes.
plus thousands of hundreds of 100,000 plus project for me,
Yep.
and you telling me that you don't even have a portfolio to share with me, brother? You are out. You want to manage a project? You ever got some kind of project management certificate from that URL? I know working at Lipa school. You don't have it, brother. You out. If I can't find it, I'm not doing it with them. That's
Okay.
being intentional. I already been hurt, been set back in my way. Then I should go ahead and just grab anybody because why? Because you are a friend, you went to LU, graduated. No, no, we're not going to do that. So we will go back to invest gradually, hopefully, and we can even start building that on these platforms. That's why I don't take the internet lightly. People will come and say, oh, this is the internet, we're just discussing, having fun. I don't come on social media to play fun. No. I come
Nope.
on social media to have connection. I tell people I don't use the internet for fun because it was the internet that took me all around the world. My family couldn't send me around the world to go to different countries and things. It was the internet that brought me to America. So I don't take social media for fun. I come here, I find intentional people I connect with them, I live. Some of them will not see me here for me for 3 weeks. If I take it off the platform, they have some kind of number for me, that's okay, right? But whatever we have encountered, we sit down, strategize, and see that those who want to go invest, they don't have to go through that same thing. And I'm not saying it did not involve the government, but we elected those people. We can push for change. And nowadays, you have social media, which is very powerful. The reason why you see most of them, they are owning up to things that we are pushing towards them is because of social media.
Yeah.
So let's continue to do what we are doing. We invest. We can't leave it. We see found things abroad. We travel the world. We want to take it back home. Taking so not pushing so those things, take it out, do a working, have a working model that we can take back home and apply it. If it can't be
I mean,
a
that's
part
one
of
of the
it,
reasons
step
I would
aside.
never
That's how I
build
see it.
business in other countries. No way. No way.
Thanks
I
for
mean, I'm
saying
going to let
that.
Be Nice speak before I speak because Be Nice wanted to speak.
Yeah, I really appreciate everything she said, and like I said, man, I've been a victim. I was even heartbroken a couple of months ago when I sent somebody, an engineer, to check my project, and the guy told me that the foundation cannot hold the house. I was like, okay, how can the foundation cannot hold the house? He said because they never did a good job, and I was sending money to my sister, expecting her to be part of it, but it's like she was squandering the money, you know. And I was so heartbroken that I mean I felt so bad. I said, should I continue this? And I felt very bad. But at the end of the day, like she said, you have to deal with the right people. And even my sister now, I'm just gonna push her aside, and start something back with somebody that when I go and just deal with the right people and do the right thing. Because working in this country, I can't be here and be old and say I want to live in the U.S. now. I want to go back home and relax. When I'm old, yes, I don't want to be here and say, oh, I'm gonna live in America now. I ain't trying to because you're still gonna be working even when you're 60 years old. You're still gonna be working. You don't care. So sometimes you just have to work hard, and sometimes you got to make the right decision and the people that you're going to deal with that will work on your project. That's the most important thing.
You are 100% right,
So,
man. So
yeah,
Be nice.
hold on. Let me
Wait,
speak
wait,
Be
now.
nice.
wait,
You
Hold
may
on,
say,
wait.
you may say me
hold on
perform
now.
the
Hold on
better.
now.
Hang on. Let's do it one at a time. Go ahead, eat. Then we'll let you come in, brother.
And I was about to say something now.
Oh. All right. I'm gonna let you
Yeah,
go then. I'll let Eric go. All right, Eric.
yeah, yeah. I won't be long. I mean, I understand. I understood everything that, especially the sisters at the bottom. I mean, everything that she said was right on the money. She was right on point. I mean, you gotta vet your people. I mean, you gotta make sure that everything that they're. You gotta make sure you hire the right people. You have the right kind of company. Because you can't trust. Just, I mean, that's the why. That's why the government don't even trust people anymore. So I think that is very important. I'm going to give you a couple of scenarios because, like I said, I go to the Ivory Coast like pretty much every year. Every year I have to go back. And so because my mother is old, and I know my father passed away many years ago, so I have to go. That's an obligation for me to go back and visit people and see what's going on. So I'm gonna give you a couple of scenarios about one or two cousins that I've been dealing with many years ago. I mean, one of them was actually wanted to start a clothing line, and the other was a transportation business. And the first the cousin that I had with, she said, I want to start a I don't I want to start a business, but I don't have the money. I said, okay. Have you tried to save a little bit of money? I mean, because you can't tell me that you don't have any money at all if you want to start a business. I mean, because you gotta have something. I mean, do you have something to show for? Because if you do have something to show for, then I can boost you up. I can give you more money. Then we're gonna start a partnership because nothing is free with me. I mean, you have a business, we're gonna be partners. You're not gonna just I'm not just gonna give you the money and then you're gonna run with it because we're gonna be together. And then if something goes wrong, I can help you out. And she said, no, I don't have. I said, okay, I'll give you a year. If you have something to show for, trust me, I'm gonna back you up, and we're gonna be partners, and then so the business can explode. Okay, and I explained this to two different people. I mean, one was a female, I mean, a cousin of mine, and the other was he was like a close friend in the family. But he always like, I mean, he always like come around. I mean, like very close friend, I call him like a nephew or something. But so we talked together, and the other guy, we talked about transportation business, and and I said, okay, do you have something? I said the same thing. Do you have something to show for so we can have a business? Because I like transportation. Because even my main goal was to start like a construction business. That was what I wanted to do at first. I wanted to build roads because sometimes when you go to villages, people need roads. You need to build like a nice roads, in dirt road and stuff like that in villages. I wanted to do something like that. And he said, "Oh, I'm interested in transportation business." I said, "What do you mean transportation business?" He said, stuff that I can get overseas, like car business, because right now I don't have a vehicle like a Uber to take people, anywhere. So I want to deal with people who has like car overseas, and I can, because I'm a mechanic. I want to learn. I'm going to fix it, and then I'm going to sell them. I said, "Oh, you can do that?" He said, "Yeah, I can do that." Can you help me? I said, "Okay, I'm going to give you a year. How about that? I'm going to give you a year. If we have something like even just two, let alone like 2 or 3 cars that you've done, if you have a track record, because I need to believe you. You're not going to just I'm not going to use your word. I'm not going to take your word for it. And then you're going to tell me and then I'm going to give you the money. That's not how it works. I didn't learn like things like that. If you two have something to show for, trust me, I'm going to do that. A year went by. A year went by. My friend, he had a long track record. He had 7 cars from overseas. Him and I think him and I think a schoolmate of his, they came together, saved some money, and they were. I think one of them is in Washington D.C. He was basically bringing cars, left and right. Every month he was bringing cars, and he was fixing them and he was selling them. A year later, the same dude came up. He came up to me and he said, "Hey, this is what I've done, brother, but we don't have enough money, and I want to branch on my own." I said, "Nah, I don't like this individual type of stuff. We need to be partners, because when you're on your own, if something goes wrong, who you gonna talk to? It's gonna be hard on you. So we need to be partners." And the other guy in Washington D.C., talk to him. You want to be partner with him. You don't want to just do things separately, because that's not how people grow. That is not how people grow here in the U.S. Can we do that? Can we communicate like that? He said, yeah, but I want to show you the track record. This is what I did. I said, all right, okay. And I gave him 10 grand. I gave him 10 grand. Like the same day that he showed me the track record, I gave him $10,000. And he started running the business. And that was like almost like I think that was like 6 years ago. Yeah, 6 years ago. And right now he's doing well. He's booming, and we are partners. And the lady there, the cousin that I talked to, the female, she said, she was giving a bunch of excuses. She said, "Oh, I went to, man, a whole bunch of excuses." She didn't have nothing to show for it. So I was pissed off. I was like, I love you so much, but I don't roll like that. You have something, you got to do something. It doesn't matter how big it is, but you got to do something. If you don't do anything like that, I cannot help you, because I don't trust people like that. That is my way to vet, because usually when I vet someone, I do some deep background check. But all I told you, I just give you something simple. I said, all you got to do is just start something. Just, start something on your own. You have a little shop, you sell some clothes, and you show me like a track record of your clothing, your business, then we can do something. She has nothing to show for it. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. Vetting and having the right people. And you got to be really careful, like the family members, people close to you. You don't want to get them involved in the business. They can work for you, do all kind of minor stuff. But when it comes to like the deep, like the highest, the highest pay grade, you don't want to get them involved, because they're going to destroy your business. And everything that Miss Shay said, she's right. She absolutely right. Sometimes it's important. It's not just, not only on the internet. And the internet, some people come in for fun, but everything is a business. Everything counts. Everything counts. You gotta be a leader. You got to be responsible, and you got to bring your team like through Zooms, because I know exactly what she's talking about. I mean, I've done this in the past, and I'm still doing that. Bring your team in the past and talk to your team, because they need to know, they need to respect you, they need to know that your business they need to know that you're actually serious, and that's exactly what I'm talking about. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, brother. Fab, est-ce que tu parles français?
Jay.
Oh, are you talking about me? Yeah, je parle français.
Oh, très bon, très bon. All right, no problem. Yeah, I speak
So,
French, African, that's why. But go ahead, Eric.
Jay, Jay,
Yeah, I
did
speak
you ask?
3 other languages.
Did you ask the sister for for her information?
Yeah, sure. Like, because right now my hand is full. Is it possible you could please send me your name, your number, and your email, please, if possible, in my DM? Because again, I said our platform here, a lot of people did not come today because I came in late. We usually start at 10 o'clock, but I came here today, I think at 11. But our platform is basically a bunch of us trying to come together. Right now we have 22 people. It's a bunch of us trying to come together and bump head and create rules, regulation, and so forth, and bump head and come together and create an investment company or what's the other word? The umbrella company, so that we could make some change in Liberia, because it would be much more efficient if 100 or 50 to 100 of us put 200 together, and then we go and make some change in our country, whether it's education, whether it's a job or like employment. We will be able to do that, and we will be able to go to the government and tell them what we have taught our students, and how they could come and be a help or an access to their company via government or banks. It will be that way that people will have jobs, and all this something that they're having problem and people are on. It will be something to keep them busy after rehabilitation. Will put them somewhere to make money, to be a part of something, to make difference in the society and their family. So that's the goal of this platform. So if you
So,
will,
sis, to cut the long story short, we are having a meeting today, and we'd like to invite you. Good grief, man. Good.
oh, that's funny.
Today's your lucky day. It's one of those days that let's say I go out 2 weeks, every other 2 weeks to get things done. But the weekend happens to be one of the your lucky days, cause your lucky day I should say, cause this day I'm home. I'm just doing chores. Since this morning I'm just cooking, cleaning, and just doing chores. Yeah. So yeah, I'm home all day. So I would like to join. But I would say this right. As we meet people on here, we kind of get connected to them. We talk about our goals, things I want to do back home, our desire to improve things back home, so that even children we are having here, they will want to go back and see what is happening and be very proud of it, right? The bottom line, the goal is that whatever we went through, those people are not supposed to go through it. I guess that was the thing with our parents too. They tried. There was war and everything that we came and we saw what happened. So they tried their best. We should give it to them too. But you see, as we put these groups together outside, the reason I always say that the starting point is in the US, because there is a system, right? You will not just go and do what they call a susu club. You know, how people throw money here. I think in Cameroon, I'm part of a lot of those things in Cameroon. I don't know, they call it Yanga or something. Yeah, yeah. But you have to, the reason I like this thing happening in the US is that if people are intentional, they should make it legal. They
Yes,
should have
that's
a
the plan.
means where, yeah, it should be. I'm just suggesting, if
That's the
I
plan.
like right
Trust.
now,
That's why we're
yes,
inviting
like
you,
right
because
now.
the women that on our platform, on the platform or in the group, oh man, they are such a good access. They are so smart.
Exactly. That's how it should be. You know, even right now when that thing happened to me back home and I decided to start again, I said no, I'm not going to just go in. I wasn't ready for project management full swing. But I went, I started doing courses on my own, completed my project management. I did the PMP certification, I finished. I saw another one immediately, it's a construction management. I went straight for that. I started studying. Right now I'm planning for my certification again around that. Because my goal is to have project managers in the US. If you can't even get a certification because you are basic, at least go train, understand what project management is. If we say, okay, those who want to go back home, they have the money, but they want to invest, right? But they don't know who to go through. Can we start a working project management group here in the US? And then we have They have the training institute. I think they call it LIS or something. It used to be Obama Point. I forgot the name, but they do project management, other things, other training, right? It's a master's program. They have people there who can engage and say, look, we want these people on our team, we vet them. Now you have project managers in the US, you have project managers back home, you have a group of people that those who want to invest now, they pass through this group here in the US to get to them because it's like you have a working body, a company here, but you also have an extension like Liberia, right? So it's the same company. Nowadays, everything is easy. You want to do business plan, you want to do statement of work, everything can be done on the internet, ChatGPT and DeepSeek and all those things. Just modify them and get legal people to go through them. It's easy. So anybody want to start something, my advice to you, the rest of the group, I will join, I will listen, listen to what the plans are. I love to be part of something like that. But please, even if it is not the business side, it's not the project management side, you want to do anything, make sure those who you are involving, right? You can go through legal proceedings. Your social security number, everything is there. It's not going to be something where mom will get collected money and run with it when time reaches. No. Everybody, if you want to be involved with something like that, it has to be intentional because it's something bigger than you. You're not building for you at this point. You are building for people who come after you. So it has to be bigger than you. So I would love to be a part of something like that. If I see intentional people, I don't mind, man. Get things done. Get people who can run back home. Even if you say, okay, we're not going on vacation, we're not going back home this year because we're too busy. Those who going back home, they're going to implement, level the ground, right? We know that nobody can run with anything. You coming by America, you just give it a number. People always found with some people and things there. Look, I'll tell you this. When I was coming up as early as grade 4th, because I was right after the 1996 war, went back to school. As early as grade 4th, anybody who come for anything to the house, my mother started noticing. I make them to sign. I used to like playing basketball so well, so much to the point where I'm going to play those who supposed to wash my dishes. I'll give them my food, I give them my money, and they tell me, oh, we're clean for you. I write paperwork, I say sign. I go to my paperwork, I get cut a sheet for there, I say sign. My mom would say, how people will sign every day, people do this. I say, let them sign. Because they should be accountable. If I come back and you don't wash my dishes, it means that you broke the contract. It was a funny thing, but I took that in my future and it's saving me every day. You know, well, as you put our group together, you put a group together, people who want to go, and look, that person may be your body on TikTok or Instagram or whatever. It's a thing, just leave the group.
Early.
Go ahead. Nice. Go ahead.
We also need to have that mindset that yes, this is a long journey, but not everyone will cross the finish line. So
Yeah, it's not a sprint.
we will be willing to cut ties with some people if they are not doing their parts. You know, like it's this by God grace will be bigger than us. So we want people that are serious about their country. You know, like 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 me, right? Right now, one of my cousins don't talk to me because he tried to sell my house back home, and he spent a couple of night in jail. So now he doesn't talk to me because of that, and that's fine. We do not mess around with anyone resources. We will not stand for that.
Absolutely.
Okay, I just wanted to add something really fast. I just wanted to say that yeah, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. What Eric said it was very, very important. And also, I want to mention that I said earlier, I don't want people to misunderstand what I said earlier about building businesses in other countries. What I meant by that, I would never build it. I mean, like businesses, like places like Thailand or China or take places like that. I would no, I would never do. I would never do. I would not do a business like that. Build business in other countries overseas like that. If I want to start a business, it'll be strictly in Africa, all over Africa, because everything is intentional. Just like Shay said, everything is intentional. but we have to take. I mean, we have to actually take care of our own. And when I talk about Africa, I'm not just talking about my own family. I'm talking about any other country surrounding Africa, because Africa is rich. I mean, every other country has so much. I mean, this our continent has so much wealth that people. I mean, people from other sides of the world. They already know how powerful Africa is. I mean, us, we don't realize how powerful our continent is. I mean, that's why. But the thing about it is like, we need to have the fun, and that's why that's why I keep saying the government. But on the other end, we need to start somewhere, because if you have something moving, and the government knows about it, I'm pretty sure they're gonna back you up. They're gonna help you out. It's not like in the U.S. where you can get an easy loan and start a business. It's not gonna be that easy. But you got to start somewhere, so at least somebody can back you up with something. It won't be necessarily the government, but at least, I mean, people needs to be conscious, because that's why I kept saying, that is why I kept saying, like, the vetting is very, very important. You have to have the right people, but on the other hand, I mean, we the people, we have to start somewhere, so that way, a big company can take notice of it, because you can start something and then sell the business. You can do anything. I mean, even us, like my friend, the friend I was telling you about, he even started a small restaurant in South Africa. So I mean, that's something that is everything is hard before it's easy. You gotta start somewhere. It's just, we can't just downplay. I mean, people. I mean, discourage people. We just have to start and get the ball rolling, because nobody can get noticed, because we never know. You can start a business, and then somebody a bigger, like a millionaire, or somebody big, can just come in. I mean, come in and just buy the business. So, but for me, I don't like those type of business. I like when you keep the business rolling for the long run, for the next generation. That's what I like.
Hey, so John, I'm about to leave, so let me just say this.
Yeah, I mean, we're about to end soon
We
because I
are,
gotta get prepared for the
yeah.
meetings today, but we'll be ending pretty soon today.
So let me just say my last thing. Thank you for the show today. We all have a great plan, thinking and plan ahead of us. But we need to stand up. Like I said, we see something, say something. We see something that not going right, stand up. Even in heaven, they have the easy angel and they have the warrior angel. So if I put myself in the category, I put myself in the warrior category. All the easy angel category, we all fighting the same, have the same cause. But when it comes to Liberia, we will stand strong. We the warrior angel, we will stand strong. We will never be deterred by no system they put into place. We will never be deterred by nobody to see our best to try to bring us down and stuff. Once we after the interest of the country, we'll make sure we stand for our interests and make sure our country reach to the stage where we want to see it, and our people reach to where we want it to be. So I just want to say thank you for everyone today. I think it was a nice and brilliant discussion we had. My brother, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, my sister. Thank you, Fab. Welcome to the platform. Thank you, everybody. I'm just ending a little bit early because I gotta get prepared for the meeting that we got going on today outside. But with that said, guys, have a good day. Take care. Be great, and we'll talk again. Take care.
Thanks.
I like to have you on.